Hello and welcome back to A Course in Miracles Workbook for Students. We are on lesson 95. I am one self, united with my Creator. Today's idea accurately describes you as God created you. You are one within yourself and one with Him. Yours is the unity of all creation. Your perfect unity makes change in you impossible. You do not accept this. You do not accept this, and you fail to realize it must be so only because you believe that you have changed yourself already.
You see yourself as a ridiculous parody on God's creation, weak, vicious, ugly, and sinful, miserable, and beset with pain. Such is your version of yourself, a self divided into many warring parts, separate from God, and tenuously held together by its erratic and capricious maker, to which you pray. It does not hear your prayers, for it is deaf. It does not see the oneness in you, for it is blind. It does not understanding you are the Son of God, for it is senseless and understands nothing.
We will attempt today to be aware only of what can hear and see and what makes perfect sense. We will again direct our exercises towards reaching your one self, which is united with its Creator. In patience and in hope, we try again today.
The use of the first 5 minutes of every waking hour for practicing the idea for the day has special advantages at the stage of learning in which you are at present. It is difficult at this point not to allow your mind to wander. If it undertakes extended practice, you have surely realized this by now. You have seen the extent of your lack of mental discipline and of your need for mind training. It is necessary that you be aware of this, for it is indeed a hindrance to your advance.
Frequent but shorter practice periods have other advantages for you at this time. In addition to recognizing your difficulties with sustained attention, you must also have noticed that unless you are reminded of your purpose frequently, you tend to forget about it for long periods of time. And you often fail to remember the short applications of the idea for the day, and you have not yet formed the habit of using the idea as an automatic response to temptation.
Structure, then, is necessary for you at this time. Plan to include frequent reminders of your goal and regular attempts to reach it. Regularity in terms of time is not the ideal requirement for the most beneficial form of practice in salvation. It is advantageous, however, for those whose motivation is inconsistent and who remain heavily defended against learning.
We will therefore keep to the 5-minute and hour practice periods for a while and urge you to omit as few as possible. Using the first 5 minutes of the hour will be particularly helpful since it imposes firmer structure. Do not, however, use your lapses from the schedule as an excuse not to return to it again as soon as you can. There may well be a temptation to regard the day as lost because you have already failed to do what is required. This should, however, merely be recognized as what it is: a refusal to let your mistake be corrected and an unwillingness to try again.
The Holy Spirit is not delayed in his teaching by your mistakes. He can't be held back only by your unwillingness to let them go. Let us therefore be determined, particularly for the next week or so, to be willing to forgive ourselves for our lapses in diligence and our failures to follow the instructions for practicing the day's idea. This tolerance for weakness will enable us to overlook it rather than give it power to delay our learning. If we give it power to do this, we are regarding it as strength and are confusing strength with weakness.
When you fail to comply with the requirements of this course, you have merely made a mistake. This calls for correction and for nothing else. To allow a mistake to continue is to make additional mistakes based on the first and reinforcing it. It is this process that must be laid aside, for it is but another way in which you would defend illusions against truth.
Let all these errors go by recognizing them for what they are. They are attempts to keep you unaware you are one self united with your Creator, at one with every aspect of creation and limitless in power and in peace. This is the truth, and nothing else is true. Today we will affirm this truth again and try to reach the place in you which there is no doubt that only this is true.
Begin the practice periods today with this assurance offered to your mind with all the certainty you can give. I am one self, united with my Creator, at one with every aspect of creation and limitless in power and peace. Then close your eyes and tell yourself again, slowly and thoughtfully, attempting to allow the meaning of the words to sink into your mind, replacing false ideas. I am one self. Repeat this several times and then attempt to feel the meaning that the words convey.
You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's Son, one self with the Creator and one goal, to bring awareness to this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world the truth about yourself.
You are one self, in perfect harmony with all there is and all that there will be. You are one self, the Holy Son of God, united with your brothers in that self, united with your Father in His will. Feel this one self in you and let it shine away all your illusions and your doubts. This is yourself, the Son of God Himself, sinless as its creator, with His strength within you and His love forever yours. You are one self, and it is given you to feel this self within you and to cast all your illusions out of the one mind that is this self, the holy truth in you.
Do not forget today. We need your help, your little part in bringing happiness to all the world, and heaven looks to you in confidence that you will try today. Share, then, its surety, for it is yours. Be vigilant. Do not forget today. Throughout the day, do not forget your goal. Repeat today's idea as frequently as possible and understand each time you do, someone hears the voice of hope, the stirring of the truth within his mind, the gentle rustling of the wings of peace.
Your own acknowledgement you are one self, united with your Father, is a call to all the world to be at one with you. To everyone you meet today, be sure to give the promise of today's idea and tell him this. You are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what He is, who loves us both as one.
Wow.
Yes, really hammering that in.
Yeah,
Do
that's a
your
gooder.
homework.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So we are one.
So we are
Oh, and
one.
that was my 1 minute marked for
Yep.
my bread coming out of the oven. Lots of things underlined here.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you see that, you see the division that's being created purposefully in the world, which is the complete antithesis to this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Trying to create social tension, getting us to have intolerance with the other, anybody who's different, just driving that wedge deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. And it's on thousands of things. So we have to be divided. Carry on.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
absolutely. So just trying to continue to remember the first sentence, I am one self united with my Creator. That's about as simple as it gets. I just see t-shirt messages everywhere, and for people to see that and question it within their own mind and make sense of it somehow, and regurgitate it and chew it over and, try to come to that same very basic knowledge that I am one self united with my creator. And yeah, we're only aware of what we can hear and see and what makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So,
And we're approaching 100 lessons. So
mhm,
we're a third of the way through, and it's really important for us to remember who we are
yeah,
regularly, and to practice.
yeah.
And I know I don't.
I don't either, but that's okay.
So, and it's okay. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just made a mistake. There's nothing to feel bad about, or we're not doing anything wrong. There's,
right.
there we're not being weak, or like all the things that display, shared in here. It's just a mistake.
I
And
think I I think when I go outside and I look at the sky and I go, "Oh my," I'm just in this awe of this cloud formation this morning. I feel like I am one with the creator.
yeah,
I go out and I just stand in front of the borage bush and I see 16 bees just having at it in these beautiful, perfectly, incredibly blue blossoms of this
right.
bush. I see the creator. I see the creator in everything, and
You
I
know, it's a knowing.
internally feel that connection.
Yeah.
So I don't always necessarily feel like I have to repeat the mantras all the time because I feel
Mhm.
so much of it throughout the day, right? And probably at way more often than once an hour, right?
Good,
So, I mean, it
good.
could be
And
every
that's
few
hard when
minutes.
you have the job you do because you're preoccupied, but also you also have moments where you can just go or whatever, right?
Hmm. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I agree too. I think there's a lot of times I'm just outside and I'm I'm curious, actually more curious than anything, but I'm like, why is it so quiet? It is so
Mm,
quiet. No birds, no cars, no
mhm,
laughing voices, nothing.
mhm.
Um, but other times I'm just like, wow, this is amazing.
Right.
Thanks for, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You might just need peace at that moment.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And peace is God, right? So
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
I've been making it something wrong, right?
I don't feel so chaotic that I need to settle my mind. I've felt that deep connection for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure my dad instilled that in me because he was never one to believe in organized religion, and he always said, "I believe in a creator."
Hmm.
And I always thought, what a lame ass thing to say. Like, why would you say that? Why don't you go to church? Why don't we go to church as a family? Like, ho
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And but, he lived to almost 100 years. Do you not think he knows more than I do? As my insolent teenage little brain would I thought, "Creator? Like, what a weird thing for you to even say."
Yeah.
It was so beyond him, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and good
but
for him to even use that because people say, universe or some other word.
right.
And that's odd too, because why are we, that's a thing almost. The universe is a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We can sort of say as a this much earth and
Yeah.
planets and whatever.
Yeah.
Creator makes much more sense.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, me too. It's
Yeah.
very
But
direct.
yeah, as a teenager, you want more, you want more. You don't understand, so you want more.
Yeah, because all your friends are going to church, and my dad's, making a new rock garden and hunting out, or not hunting, but well, just being out in nature all the time. He would always go out for a run or hike in the mountains, and he would always, when he got to kind of the peak of wherever he was, I knew he was taking that in.
Hmm.
I just didn't know what it meant at that time, right? But the appreciation of the grandeur of the creation that he was witnessing, um, yeah, I fully understand what that was all about now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because you can feel it. What you
Absolutely.
can imagine, like I'm kind of getting goosebumps. You can imagine
Mhm,
being at the peak of something and just looking at the view and going, "Oh my God, this is
mhm.
brilliant."
Yeah,
There's a peace there. So why wouldn't you want to go
yeah.
and do that? There's not
Mhm.
peace. I never felt peace at a church or any kind of
No,
whatever.
true.
I felt
That's
more judged.
yep, yep. Yeah, I have to say that is exactly bang on. Yeah.
Yeah. Smart man. Smart
Mhm,
man.
mhm.
And my dad was a putterer, so and I think that's why I putter so much. It's like I don't want to
Same.
just go sit down now. I
No.
do this, do that, and do some
Well, there's
things. But
always
I'm
something to do, right? I mean,
yes,
idle hands, that's a some kind of a scripture, but at the same time, like, how do you not just keep doing something? I find that doing something with purpose is important,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Doing nothing just feels like kind of pathetic,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
We're meant to move and create a life for ourselves, and puttering is definitely a part of that. It's important.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. You're right. So we don't need to judge ourselves for missing the beginning of an hour. I think as often as we remember is exactly what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because I literally cannot imagine having that alarm go off and repeating this. That just feels a little contrived,
Right.
but I get it. As often as you can throughout the day, when you
Yeah.
remember you are one
Yeah.
self and you are united with your creator.
Yes, exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I'm fairly disciplined in what I want to do, at least when I'm well. Like I wasn't really, anyways, doesn't matter. Um, but again, like you and like your dad, there's moments where it's way more profound than spending a few minutes remembering the mantra. We are
Right.
one.
Yeah.
I love my life. I've said many times, even on these videos,
Mhm.
when we're in a loving state,
Mhm.
we change everything.
Yes.
That's our only function, is to be happy. And in my opinion, what that means is to be in a loving state,
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah.
change everything. And
I think it all
nothing,
radiates from that,
yeah. And
right?
when we're in a loving state, we're not separate. I
Mhm.
don't, I used, well, I used to say I don't participate, but that sort of says, when I'm supposed to respect other, I don't want to say it on here necessarily because it might offend somebody if they actually watch this.
Mm.
But it's a lot of the indigenous stuff that's happening right now.
Right.
I
Again,
don't
more wedges,
participate. I
more
don't
wedges.
I don't believe in that. I think it's crummy what happened. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
But it's also created to create, like you said, the divide.
Yep.
So when we link arms as a united, loving people,
Yeah,
then none of that matters.
that's right. I
And
agree with you
also, it's the
100%.
government that did it. It's not me.
Right. Yeah, I don't need to acknowledge
And that
anything
might sound
except
kind of mean and stuff, but really, if you want compensation, that means I'm paying it
right. Yeah.
because we pay the government, therefore the government pays you. So it's really me that's paying that. And granted, it's crummy. I get it. Crummy what happened, like horrific what happened. I get it. But it doesn't solve anything
No, it doesn't.
unless we're in a loving state and
Yeah,
united in our loving state.
yeah. And I
So
think for
I
the most
disagree.
part sorry, go ahead.
Sorry? No, I
I
was just
think
going to say anything that divides us, I disagree with.
yeah, I agree. 100%, 200%.
Yeah.
And I think a lot
Yes.
of that is meant to, there's always gonna be a level of irritation with that
Hmm.
because nobody wants to feel like they are responsible for something that they didn't do personally, right? And
Yeah.
so we're all meant to feel like we were a part of that. And I think that is definitely just a mind controlling agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And it really keeps that whole group of people in a victim mentality. Keeps
Yeah.
the pain alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it keeps the pain alive.
And nothing is resolved in a victim mentality.
No.
You just continue to be the victim.
Yeah.
Granted, it was shitty. It's completely shitty. I get it. But there's a lot of
Yep.
shitty things that happen on Earth or
Absolutely.
everywhere. We don't even know. We don't even know.
Yeah.
So our only function is to be in a loving state.
That's right. Yeah. And we
Yeah.
can certainly do our best to ensure that things like that don't happen again by
Well, when you're
speaking
in a
truth
loving
to
state, would
power.
you do that? No, you
No,
wouldn't.
no. But you can recognize it and call it out if you see it happening elsewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we remain as one. So when we're in a loving state, we can help heal their victim state
Right.
or everyone's victim state or everyone's
Yeah.
upset state or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've read somewhere that when you're in a loving state, you heal like a million people.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
that's helpful. That's really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can, like you were saying this morning with the clouds and the pictures you've taken, you just healed a million people of something,
Yay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or brought some clarity or something. We don't know. We just don't know.
No.
But we know we did something good
Yeah.
by being in our loving state.
Yeah. 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 That was produced in that heart-centered moment.
And I just looked down. We need your help. Oh, do not forget today. This is number 14. Do not forget today. We need your help, your little part in bringing happiness to all the world. And heaven looks to you in confidence that you will try today. Share then its surety, for it's yours. Be vigilant. Do not forget today. So even though it's saying, particularly about this lesson, we need your help. Bring happiness to the
Mm.
world.
That's right.
That's our function.
Yeah.
Be happy,
Bring your heart.
when you can. Because I didn't know I knew I was feeling poorly, but I didn't and I don't care what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt very retreatful and I needed to recover, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling a lot better today now. I feel back
Excellent.
to my old self now that I know
Good.
I was not my old self before.
Right.
Yeah. So be in your loving state. And
Mm-hmm.
you are oneself, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world about the truth about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like just profound, like even if we look at this periodically through the day, at
Yeah.
the things we've underlined, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other
Yeah.
part of it is doing this does, I mean, you can be in your heart all you want, but it does take energy,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
so that, you just needed that battery it just got a little bit low and it
Yeah.
needed a recharge. And that
Yeah.
peace was the recharge.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we
That's
all we
right.
all need that. And I think that's why so many people get burnt out is because they give, 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 but they don't always do it with heart-centered. They just give. And I think if you're giving and it's not heart related, you do it more out of um, pressure. I think that probably wears down your battery even faster,
Hmm.
right?
It's not sort of protected
No,
because
exactly.
we're not giving what we need. We're giving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
That makes
then
total
we're more
sense.
in our head,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we all know
We're
the
not giving
problems that
from the
come with
heart.
that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we don't remember who we are and that we're all one, it's a mistake and you correct it.
Yeah.
There's like nothing catastrophic wrong. There's nothing to judge ourselves for. Like,
Yeah.
I really hear a lot of grace in here too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Mhm.
This tolerance for weakness will enable us to overlook it rather than give it power to delay our learning. if we, yeah, anyway, so I just hear a lot of grace.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember who you are. We
Yeah,
are
that's
one
right.
self, all united in love and
Mm.
peace and joy and
Yeah,
abundance.
totally.
Yeah.
Wunderbar.
Yes. This is the truth and nothing else is true. Today
Mm-hmm.
we will affirm this truth again and try to reach the place in you where there is no doubt that that only this is true. Well, I think you and I are we're not perfect by any stretch, but we're certainly there.
Right.
Yeah.
And we are
Yeah.
sinless as its creator.
Right. Right.
Right? We don't need to carry that baggage
No.
that's been heaped upon us.
Yeah.
How
There
how
is only
how
sorry.
easy to keep out of your heart when you're just feeling you're bad, you're bad, you're bad.
Yeah. You've messed up and whatever. You're not
Absolutely.
lovable or whatever you're not whatever nonsense. It's not true.
Yeah. Yep.
So just when you have one of those moments where you're remembering, really feel it, really bring it into your heart space and that magnifies it, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Good. We'll end the recording there because that's kind of perfect.